Good afternoon and welcome to another Sangdo Palri Temple update. It's been quite some time since we've done a video update like this, and I can tell you how excited I am to share the feeling of being inside the temple this afternoon. It kind of courses through you when you have a chance to be up here and see the incredibly hard work and level of detail that's gone into the last month. What's been happening this last month is inside the main shrine room, which is the bottom floor you see behind me. A small team of our carpenters have been constructing the structure of the main roof. The main roof is in two parts. It has a primary, less steep structure and then a final, steeper secondary roof. That secondary roof will be placed on trusses, so that part has been less challenging. But the bottom part of the roof that has the most distinct Japanese elements, in particular these long curving beams that that bend and meet at an angle in the corner, so in the four corners of the roof, has taken a lot of careful labor to construct. So basically they've been building a real-life model in the main shrine room, and then they're disassembling that whole model and going to hoist it up in pieces by crane to the third floor. We're expecting to do that in the next 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So that's tremendously exciting because it's kind of the crowning structural achievement of the temple. What's happening today inside, they've actually taken that structure apart. They're sanding down all the pieces, refining some of the points where they'll meet, making sure that all the joints that were cut are as smooth as possible to fit neatly together. And then they will stain all these pieces before they're raised up, so that no one is doing staining up there. So there's also a lot of safety concern in how we've approached this, how the team decided to approach this phase. Rather than try to construct this in situ on top, we did this model down below. So what you see behind me is the second floor veranda roof is being constructed, and it's also notable for these beautiful Japanese elements, these long curving beams that also meet in some fine points on the corners, and then a series of posts along each side of the veranda.
Ready, toward me about a foot. Pat, you know where it goes.
So they're building that, they're constructing that second floor veranda roof today and most of next week. They'll deck that roof, they won't finish it completely, and then they'll build scaffolding on top of that roof, securing it at its base so that it can't move, and ring the whole third floor with scaffolding. That will allow a very stable platform to work from as piece by piece the crane lowers those large pieces of wood up to the third floor, onto the third floor. These are, I think, the biggest pieces of wood we've used so far in the temple, even though there's some very large beams supporting the base second floor in the first floor roof and the third floor. These, when you'll see in some of the pictures and video, are truly monumental pieces of wood and structure. So this is a tremendously fruitional moment in terms of this second major phase of building, which is basically after the foundation was poured and some of the early infrastructure went in. Going up with the 3 stories has been this whole second phase. So we're tremendously excited to share this with you all and for everyone to partake in whatever way in seeing this part of the temple come together. So thank you very much for your attention, and please follow our blog and look for regular updates moving ahead as we reach this pinnacle point.